Happy holidays, everyone. It's Amanda here with your teen rune scopes. Just a quick reminder, your teen career and finance rune scopes are now available for purchase over on Vimeo On Demand channel. The link is below for those of you that are interested in getting a preview of teen regarding, work, career, finance, studies, money, all of that good stuff. The link's below. Just click or tap show more, or the little arrow beneath the video to open the details section. You'll find that link and everything else I talk about, all the other details regarding the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do encourage you to click the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, because that will ensure that you are notified whenever I upload new content. And you don't want to miss the end of the month, because I will be posting the yearly overview readings here on YouTube for teen. So for every sign, you definitely don't want to miss that. So click subscribe if you haven't already done so. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the Medieval Scapini Tarot by Luigi Scapini. And then for your spiritual guidance reading for her, the link also below. It is different from the career and finance. Those are going into the teen channel, and these are finishing out the teen channel. But this is part 2 of your reading. I'll be pulling one card from Madame Endora's Fortune Cards. And this features artwork by Christine Philippak. So that link again is below for those of you that want to check that out and get some additional wisdom and spiritual guidance about how to handle the energies of her. All that being said, let's jump in and see what the last month of the year holds for you. Hey there, Aquarians. It's Amanda here with your teen rune scope. Let's jump in. See which runes want to jump out of the bag and tell Aquarians about what's going to be going on. For Aquarians and Aquarius rising. And Aquarius moon, if you watch for that too. As always, Aquarius, I always remind you to watch the video for your rising sign as well, because that will give you additional messages. These are very general sun sign readings, so not all messages are going to be for you. Some are going to be for other Aquarians that are watching. But yeah, if you know your rising sign, you should always watch the video for that as well, and be connecting with you more or completely through that video instead of your sun sign video. If you would like something that's all about you, take out all the guesswork, then you can schedule a private session with me. I do those on Skype for $. Now's a great time to do that, because I usually book up very, very quickly in January. So if you want to beat the rush, I encourage you to book with me in December, and we can take a look at 18 for you. Early, if you will. But let's see for her now. Turn our focus to 1 month here. See what's going to be going on. Well, your challenge or focus, we've got the coins. So your challenge or focus is, abundance financially, or abundance when it comes to getting as many family members to your table, if you're the one hosting Thanksgiving. But for others of you, it may just be like, you want enough money to spend on the gifts that you want to get for people, or you want enough, you want to be able to have the house ready to welcome visitors. So everything is centered around money to do what you need to do in order to make it a special occasion, or make the holidays special for family. Now, for others of you, this could just be the challenge of all, because this coins is all about multi-generations, like all levels of different generations coming together for the holidays, or coming together to celebrate. And for those of you, many of you not be celebrating the holidays, this could be any sort of family occasion. Maybe someone's getting married. Maybe there's a wedding anniversary. It's just, the challenge is, in and of itself, all those people coming together, right? People disagree. Some people don't see eye to eye. There are arguments, that sort of thing. But there could also be, though, somebody who has been left out of the group this year, or who has maybe removed themselves from the group. But normally this can indicate some feel like they are opposed by the group, by the family. That could be you, Aquarius. And, the challenge is just, dealing with the fact that everybody's coming together. Maybe they left you out. Or someone saying to you, they feel left out. Maybe you couldn't invite them because of, someone else that's coming, that kind of thing. These decisions always come into play whenever there's a family get together for people. This could also, though, just be arguments and disagreements during the holidays and someone, feeling opposed or feeling like, everybody took sides against them. So knowing ahead of time, Aquarius, you can always do what you can to kind of maybe change the subject or, not go, if you see a conversation going somewhere, you can kind of cut it off right then and there or change the subject or, hey, everyone, let's go watch football, try to herd everybody into another room or something. All in all, it's not anything you haven't dealt with before, I feel like, for you. For some of you, it could be a new situation, but I feel like you're going to find a way to deal with it. This could also be someone saying to you, well, I'm not coming if so-and-so comes. And, trying to put you in the middle. So, and, each of you are going to have to do what you feel is right. In my opinion, or advice, and this is not based on the cards, it's just, I wouldn't, I would tell someone, I'm not going to let you put me in the middle. I'm inviting everyone. If you don't want to come because of that, that's your choice, but everyone's invited. Whoever chooses not to come, that's between you guys. I'm not going to get in the middle of it. Love you both. Want you both there. But if you can't do it without arguing or whatever, probably would be better. Maybe you both should stay away. I mean, or you could just be like really, and it's not really your nature to do this, but you could just be like, well, I mean, if you guys can't work it out, I'm not going to invite either of you. You can both stay home. I'm not going to subject everybody else to that. But yeah, in the present energy, you've got the Devil card here. So, the present would be into moving into, and or the present whenever you are watching this video. The Devil card has to do with like you're feeling like controlled or like someone's got you in bondage or trying to suppress you or kind of hold you back from spending or from doing what is right again or trying to put you in the middle. Say, oh well, if that person comes, I'm not coming. With Gifu here, it does have something to do with relationships here for many of you. And this could be somebody just giving you, like telling you from their very biased perspective. This person hurt me this way and And, you're not buying it because their perspective is completely like negating what the other person has told you or said, or not taking into account what they've said to the other person. It's like, this is a very one-sided thing that someone's telling you, trying to get you to do what they want you to do, essentially. And, again, it's up to you. We all have free will, Aquarians. These readings just give you the general energies that are going to be coming up. You do have 3 major arcana in this reading, though. So, I mean, it's a big month for big things happening, big changes happening. And relationships, family relationships specifically. This could also be someone kind of like trying to talk. Yeah, it's like someone maybe recently got married and the family's not digging the new addition. And they'd be like, I'm not coming if they're bringing their spouse, which of course they will be. So yeah, Aquarius, it just kind of seems like, again, it could be you telling someone else that. I would hope that you wouldn't do that. I mean, if that's the case, the better thing to do is to just not go. Maybe celebrate your own Thanksgiving if you feel like, it would just be chaos if you went. But I feel like for most of you, you're being put in the middle and somebody's trying to talk you into doing what they want you to do, even though it's going against what you know or feel is right. Now, for some of you, this could also be like some kind of inheritance situation that's going on. There could be somebody who who has passed. We do have the death card here for the outcome. Now, don't freak out. It's not going to be a physical death for everybody. But it could be that someone, maybe this is the first Christmas without someone that's passed, and this bickering over the inheritance is still going on, or somebody brings it up at Christmas dinner. Maybe it's all been kind of taken care of months ago, and this person is still kind of saying, well, I'm supposed to have that property or get this house or whatever. And there's still, maybe that's the reason that somebody's still, arguing, or two people are still bickering over, because this can also have to do with jealousy, the devil. Jealousy, possessiveness, that should be mine. Mine, mine, mine. That's what I'm hearing. Mine, mine, mine. Like a little kid. And maybe somebody should have gotten something, but if that's not the way it worked out, that's hardly your problem, Aquarius. If it was decided by the courts and handled that way, don't bring it to Christmas dinner. There's nothing we can do about it. But I mean, this could also be like, an older relative that is ill, and people are already going to be talking about, which I mean is so, to me, offensive and disrespectful. I mean, this person is still here. We should be concerned about their care and trying to, doing everything we can instead of fighting over stupid crap like property and all that earthbound mortal crap. But people will be people. The baser human elements always come out when, greedy, greedy, greedy. You're holding the devil at bay, Aquarius, unless you are the devil. Again, this can also be somebody with a Capricorn prevalent in their chart. Capricorn sun, Capricorn rising could be this is their card, the devil card. Not that all Capricorns are devils. They're not. I know a lot of wonderful, wonderful Capricorns, and I've known some really, really horrible Capricorns. You'd be dealing with one who likes you to think they're the good Capricorn, but maybe they're not. The help that's going to be available, we've got the Page of Cups. So those of you that this is an inheritance or, situation where you're dealing with a will or that's coming up, whoever has passed is watching over and is going to make sure that, honestly, I feel like, if something was given to someone they didn't want it to go to, they're going to see that it gets rectified. And for others of you, this person who has passed feels like, no, that's what I wanted done. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I had in the will. It's what I wanted. This person needs to knock it off. So, I just got a very clear message though, for those of you that this is an inheritance situation and there's an argument over the holidays about it, there's going to be some kind of intervention from out of nowhere that puts an end to the conversation or calls a person away, maybe who's causing the trouble. I'm getting that very clearly. Like they're going to step in and just be like, you should be coming together and enjoying each other. Enjoy each other while you have each other. Because look, I'm not there anymore. One day none of you will be there. Enjoy your moments together. Don't fight over stuff that doesn't matter. I'll take care of it. It is kind of what the message is that's coming through for those of you that are dealing with that. For others of you that this is not, an inheritance situation. This is a message of love or some kind of new, because pages are normally, they can be children. This would be a water sign child, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Doesn't have to be a little kid. Your kids are always your kids. You always see them as little pages. You could be getting a message of love from an estranged child or an estranged grandchild who disappointed you in the past. There could be renewed hope for this, or maybe they send you a Christmas card or and you haven't heard from them. For some of you, maybe in years. And maybe this information or this news or this message is causing an argument among family members because maybe one person says, well, I'll never forgive them for what they did, or I'll never, I will, they were such a disappointment and you should never speak to them again, mom or dad or whoever this is to you. So yeah, I feel like for you, Aquarius, though, the help that's coming in is just tuning out whatever anybody else is seeing, because I think you're going to be overjoyed to hear from whoever this is. Other people, maybe not so much, and maybe they have their reasons, but they're going to be trying to talk you into feeling the way that they feel, or in not responding, or, you know, again, well, I wouldn't invite them to the house, you know, that kind of thing. But if it's your house, Aquarius, it's your decision. So that's what you have to take into account. What must be accepted here? Wheel of Fortune. So, and the rune we got here is Rido. Let's see what else we got going on here. Any other scenarios that are jumping out? I'm getting a lot of different stuff. For some of you, this is if you've been passed over for a job due to coworkers going behind your back, saying bad stuff about, you know, if you feel like maybe you don't have concrete proof that this is what happened, but you were like interviewing, trying to get a promotion, trying to move up within your company, I think you're going to be leaving if they passed you over based on lies. Because this could be dishonest, out and out lying, people going behind to keep you trapped in a position that you're in. You'd be seeking out new employment, and number actually looks pretty good for that Aquarius with the Wheel of Fortune and Rido. I mean, it indicates moving on. Now, some of you, it could be, some of you, maybe this is you. Because sometimes you Aquarians can come up as water signs because you are the water bearers. Maybe it's you reconnecting with family and for the first time in a long time traveling home. Or maybe you quit this job and you haven't been, maybe you always have to work through the holidays and you haven't been able to travel home and see your family. This is indicating it's time. It's time for karmic change, a big shift and a big change with Rido and the Wheel of Fortune. There are also lots of luck connected with the Wheel of Fortune, but it's divine timing. It's time for something to move forward. It's time for something to shift and change. And you're ending the month with the Death card, and weird. So, I mean, it could be the physical death of someone, but if so, it is time. It's just their time to move on to the next level. You know, they've been trapped here. I feel like some of you have had an older relative that has been trapped due to physical health. So maybe they're in a coma or they've been unresponsive. They've, you know, but still being trapped in that physical body. So you'd be, as a family, deciding to turn off the life support, and that would be where the disagreements are coming in. Now, and you know, people be trying to talk you, no matter which side they're on, into, you know, I think we should leave them on, or, you know, maybe there's a compromise that can be reached. So that everybody's happy. Well, we'll give it a few more days, or we'll, you know, but really this person, for those of you that it's that situation, they are imprisoned in their body. They just want nothing more than to fly free. In fact, they already are. I feel like they may go in for, you know, but I really feel like most of them are already left, and it's just going to take that final severing of ties when you turn off the machines that allows them to fly free. So those of you that are dealing with that kind of a difficult situation, I mean, I definitely understand wanting to hold on to somebody for as long as possible. But then I also understand, you know, they wouldn't be happy that way. They are feeling trapped in their body. They just want to end this suffering, really. And it could have been a long illness for those of you that's what this is. Now, for others of you, this does not have to do with physical death at all. This has to do with the death of a situation, the ending of something that have gone on for years to months, weeks. But all of it's been difficult. You know, I feel, and it's caused disagreements with those close to you. Maybe your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, but definitely those that you know, within the family. But that situation is ending, and you're going to bring her close to it. So those of you that it is arguing over a will or inheritance or any of that stuff, you know, you resolve it. That would be this divine intervention. It just swoops in out of nowhere from beyond, because that's where it's coming from, as we talked about before. But there's a resolution to that by the end of the month. Now with the death card, sometimes there is a loss with that. Somebody always kind of resent this or never, maybe they're not awake enough or enlightened enough to know or recognize really what's going on with this. But, you know, or that, you know, these things are ending up the way they should be. There are more important things than money and possessions. But yeah, some people just aren't there yet. They never got there to that place to see that. But for those that do, there is an ending to this. But it may be with the loss of that relationship, or it may be, yeah, somebody cuts off from the family. But maybe that's best, or at least for now. Maybe they need to go off and get enlightened, and then they'll come back. And then for others of you, this is ending a job situation where you were feeling trapped, feeling, or some kind of work that you felt was not your responsibility, or like you were constantly having to be the one to, like you were in bondage. You were always having to do things that weren't your job, weren't your responsibility, or you were doing more work than everyone else. And then people went behind your back and kind of blocked you from a promotion. So you go to another place and find it yourself. You go apply for another job and they're like, yeah, we'll give you more money too. So something's ending that's going to change your life, Aquarius. But I feel, again, it's karmic though. This is supposed to happen. So try not to resist. I know that's difficult. You're a fixed sign. Would you change? No. But it's a good change. Even if it seems like at the start, there's some sort of loss due to someone else being stubborn. Or you feeling like you're choosing between this person and that person. You have to deal with the loss of one to gain the other, but I think for most of you, that'll be temporary. But for others of you, this is just a big change when it comes to your work. And so ending on a really good note here, Aquarius. Huge changes coming up for you here. And coming with good fortune and good luck around you here. It's getting you out of a situation. Now, some of you will be moving away from family. It may be the last holiday that you'll actually be, there for the whole thing, because you're going to be relocating for a job and moving far away. You'll probably still come home for the holidays, but you not be able to stay as long or what have you, because this is also the run of travel and movement, big shifts and changes. But yeah, I'm seeing reconciliations, but you haven't kind of put your foot down when it comes to somebody trying to put you in the middle, because, that's not cool. It's not the right thing to do. And you know that. So that's what I see here, Aquarius. A lot going on with you and her. But I'm going to shuffle Madame Endora's fortune cards now. Meet me over on Vimeo. That link is below to your spiritual guidance reading. I'm going to see if I can get further wisdom or advice on how to handle this. These energies, whichever way they're working out for you. So I will see you over there. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you back here next time.